Game 2 of PSCL baseball on the stadium today in day number 7 of the Power Summer Collegiate League from beautiful Palm Springs Stadium in Palm Springs, California. Griffin Epstein alongside Cole Paveglio. Cole, another beautiful day. We have a intriguing matchup today between the Rush 3-2 on the season. Put together some really strong performances up and down their lineup and from the pitching staff against the Bombers, badly looking for their first victory. They played well yesterday against the top team in the league, the Lumberjacks, but fell, and they're 0-5 on the season.
I mean, for the Bombers, it's pretty simple. You just need to score some more runs. Only 15 games on the season in 5 games, so averaging 3 runs in the PSCL. That's just simply not enough, with some teams putting up double digits each time out, such as the Blue Sox, who are at 51 runs, or the Lumberjacks, who are at 60 now.
Well, let's meet the starting lineup for the Bombers. 0-5 on the season. Reese Vassar leads off and plays second base. Bobby Irving bats second and 8 catches. Joe Barros bats third and plays right field. Charlie Wooten batting fourth and plays first base. Joe Thornton bats fifth and is the extra hitter. Caden Egerbraden batting sixth and is the DH. Joe Licari bats seventh and plays center field. Daniel Jenkins bats eighth and is in left. Asher Friedman in the 9th spot playing shortstop. And Nathan Wilson rounds out the 10-man lineup as the third baseman. Cameron Soler is the righty starter for the Bombers, but on the bump now for the home rush today is the lefty Tommy Mitchell, just 18 years old, but he's a talented lefty out of Corona Centennial High School here in Southern California. He's off to a strong Division II program, Hawaii Pacific, next season. He's the youngest player on the Rush. He's a big lefty setting up on the left side of the mound to get the start against the Bombers. Ready at the belt, and his first pitch home is a breaking ball inside, 78 miles per hour. We're underway at 11:32 local time here in Palm Springs. Mitchell kicks and throws. It's popped up high in the sky by Vassar. Shielding the sun are 3 blue jerseys over. It's Wooten, Nehemiah House, who makes the catch down to a knee in foul territory, 1 away. Not an easy play fighting the sun. Got down on a knee to hold on to the baseball, and there's 1 away. Around the diamond for the Rush, the aforementioned House at first, Danny Martinez at second, Colin McCormick at short, and Caden Dawson at third base. Daniel Quadras is the catcher. In the outfield, Will Dalton in left, Christian Angelo in center, and Alex Batista in right field. 1 out, nobody on for Bobby Irving. The catcher, righty batter, takes inside 1-0. The Rush in their baby blue uniforms with Rush written in white across the chest, white numerals on the back, white pants. Here's the 1-0. It's high. 2 balls and no strikes to Irving. The Bombers in their home yellow jerseys with the Bomber logo in gray across the front, black numerals on the back with white pants and a black belt. 2-0 home is at the knees, buckling Irving for a strike on a breaking ball, 2-1. Under sunny skies here in Palm Springs, another beautiful day in the Coachella Valley. The light wind blowing in from center. The 2-1. Popped up off the end of the bat, right side again in foul territory. Over is Quadras, the catcher, and it bounces into the 4th row of the seats.
Quadras gave it a good look, but just a hard play to make when you run out of room, and it's a really tough play. Anything behind the dish and up in the air, when you're catchers, it's just swirling. A lot of different jet streams up there and a lot of weird spin off the bat.
We'll do the 2-2 again. A kick and a throw. It's fouled again right side into the bullpen. Mitchell sends 6'5", 200, lanky lefty who, talking with the Rush manager, Zach Novus, was excited about seeing throw today. Talented kid with a bright future, and he said he's one of the characters of the clubhouse as well. He brings a lot of energy every day to the ballpark. Another 2-2. A looping breaking ball misses well outside. And it's a full count to Irving. 1 out, top of the first. We're just underway between the Bombers and the Rush on the stadium finale today on a Tuesday. Payoff home. It's on the outside corner. Just missed. Ball 4. Irving will take his base on a full count, and the first base runner aboard today. 1 on, 1 out for Joe Barros, the right fielder. Bombers trying to get the offense going, as Cole talked about in the open. They're averaging just 3 runs a game, 15 runs total through 5 games. Henderson home, and it's fouled straight back by Barros. Had a valiant pitching performance yesterday by their starter, Joe Thornton, who pitched 4 shutout innings against the undefeated Lumberjacks. His time is called by Barros. He'll talk with Jonathan Grisham, the manager for the Bombers. So it was an excellent start by the lefty Joe Thornton for the Bombers. Game was scoreless into the 5th inning, going toe for toe with the top team in the league. But the Lumberjacks busted it open, 8 runs in the 5th. And the Bombers were unable to score, facing 3 different Lumberjacks pitchers. So shutout yesterday, looking to get on the scoreboard here early today. Meaning is over. Mitchell back on the bump, peeks over at first at Irving and comes home. It's high, 1 ball and 1 strike to Barros. Ready batting right fielder. Mitchell at the chest and home. It's low this time on a fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Rush 3-2 on the season, off to a good start under Zach Novus, back for another year managing the Rush. The 2-1 found straight back. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Courtesy runner for Bobby Irving. It's Michael Carlin from College of the Desert on first, replacing the catcher Irving.
Pitch home on the outside corner, strike 3 call. Mitchell freezes Barros, a strikeout looking, and there's 2 away in the top half of the first. I'll bring up the big lefty slugger, Charlie Wooten, first baseman, with 2 outs and nobody on. Or 2 outs and 1 on, I should say. Bobby Irving reached first on a walk, and as Cole mentioned, Carlin, the courtesy runner at first now with a 3-stride lead there. Mitchell staring him down in the southpaw home. Breaking ball misses low, 1-0. John DeCesar behind the plate here in Game 2 on the stadium. Carlos Hernandez in the field. McCormick and Martinez, middle infield, shaded just slightly in, mainly McCormick over at short. As Mitchell steps off, and in a pickle is Carlin. They'll throw back to second, and McCormick tags him out. Carlin caught leaning the wrong way, and the lefty Mitchell throws him out to retire the side. Needs to face the minimum in the first, working around a walk. We're scoreless. We head to the bottom of the first on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Cameron Solar takes the bump for the Bombers in the bottom half of the first. Scoreless ball game just underway between the Rush and the Bombers. Day number 7 of the PSCL Stadium finale. Solar, a lefty, 2 lefties facing off today. Tommy Mitchell for the Rush and Cameron Solar for the Bombers. Here's the lineup we'll face for the Rush. Colin McCormick, one of the top hitters so far in the league, leads off and plays shortstop. Alec Bautista bats second and plays right field. Caden Dawson batting third and playing third base. Nehemiah House, the cleanup batter, playing first base. Daniel Quadras bats fifth and catches. Christian Angelo batting sixth and playing center field. Easton Kretzer bats 7th and is the extra hitter. Danny Martinez batting 8th and playing second base. Will Dalton is in the 9th spot playing left field in a 10-man lineup. Nathan Cunningham rounds out the lineup as the shortstop. McCormick gets ready to dig in to face the lefty Soler. Soler, black glove, high set, kicks and delivers. It's fouled right side. And quickly 0-1 to Colin McCormick. The Rush coming off a 13-7 loss yesterday to the Coyotes. Started their season 2-0, lost in a 1-run thriller against the Lumberjacks last Friday. And took down MLB DC China to start their week on Sunday with a 3-2 win. As McCormick takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-2 to the ready shortstop. Soler peers in, kicks and fires. It's in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Scoreless, bottom of the first, just underway. Bombers looking for their first victory. Rush looking to move 2 games over 500, chasing the Lumberjacks in the Southern Division. 1-2, fastball misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Very pleasant day today for baseball. Some fans scattered around the stands underneath umbrellas. The 2-2 misses low. And a full count to McCormick. Payoff coming. Here it is. It's inside, ball 4. McCormick leads off with a walk.
Good at bat there by McCormick to lead off for the Rush and really doing the job for the Rush. Long at bat and you draw the walk. No better way to start it unless you're going to lead it off with a home run, but great lead off at bat there by McCormick. Just how you draw it up. Where's the leadoff batter?
Alex Bautista, another righty. Right fielder digs in. Taking off first pitch, McCormick pitches low and not even a throw from Bobby Irving. Down to second goes McCormick, an easy stolen base. Around the diamond for the Bombers, Nathan Wilson at third, Asher Friedman at short, Reese Vassar at second, Charlie Wooden at first. Aforementioned Bobby Irving behind the plate, Danielle Jenkins in left, Joe Licari in center, and his fellow Joe Barros, in right. 1-0 home is a breaking ball missing inside, 2-0 to Bautista. Runner in scoring position to start the ball game for the Rush, trying to bounce back after a loss yesterday. The Bombers looking to get a W on the board, had the day off Sunday, and then the 8-0 loss to the Jacks yesterday. The 2-0 misses inside, trickles away from Irving, and jogging down to third is McCormick. Rolled to the grass, and the alert McCormick has a stolen base, and now advances on the pass ball to third. 90 feet away from scoring the first run. 3-0 count to Bautista. Not the start Soler was looking for. High set, winds and delivers. It's inside for ball 4.
Back-to-back walks. Quick start for the Rush. Runners at the corners now, and you're in the 3 spot, the heart of the order, due up. Not a lot of places you can face or go if you're Soler here.
Peering in out of the stretch. Lefty on lefty matchup to face Caden Dawson. First pitch home. Dawson swings and pops it up into right center. 2 Joes converging, and it's Joe Barros who makes the catch. Jogging home to score is McCormick, and it's 1-0 Rush.
Just like that, doing the job to put the ball in play and get the out and allow McCormick to tag up and score easily, as that one drew Barros to center field and really had no ability to make an effort to make a play there.
Bautista stays at first, so 1 out for the cleanup batter, Nehemiah House. Ready batter takes a first pitch strike at the knees. Soler with a 2-seamer, 4-seamer fastball, and then the changeup at curveball. Plays his college ball in Arizona at Ottawa University Surprise. Taking off on the 0-1 is Batista safely into second with a late throw from Irving, and the Rush aggressive on the base pass early. Their second stolen base already. Now Batista in scoring position. It's an 0-2 count to House. The pitch is fouled off the end of the bat and straight back.
The Rush being really aggressive on the base passes here to start the first, and seems like Soler might be a little slow to the dish in his delivery, so the Rush taking advantage of it and being aggressive here. That's how they're off to this quick 1-0 lead.
Oh, 2. Fouled straight back just off the end of the bat of House. Talking with Zach Novus before the game, mentioned a couple players on the Rush that he's been impressed with first week of the season. Mentioned Nehemiah's name as one of those. A strong bat, can play a few different spots on the field, playing first today. Another 0-2 coming. Soler peeks back at second and fires home. It's low and bouncing around the feet of House. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That time about 2 seconds from the start of his motion to home, so gives you about a few seconds to get a good jump if you're the Rush, and they've been taking advantage of that so far.
1-2 pitch coming to House. Wind and a delivery. Breaking ball misses low. House thought about it, but just barely lifted the bat off his shoulders. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Bobby Irving out to have a word with Soler.
Been a few close pitches, and Irving just helping his pitcher stay in the game and not get too far ahead of himself when you're not getting the calls that you would like to have. Irving doing a really good job to keep his pitcher in check.
2-2 count with the runner at second and 1 out in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Rush. Pitch home. Fouled straight back again. Another good fight from a Rush batter to start this game.
Also could have been Irving just telling your pitcher, hey, you're doing your job here. You're doing really well. And it's just these batters are fouling off good pitches, and sometimes that's the way this game goes, and Irving keeping his pitcher's mind where it needs to be.
Another 2-2 to Batista. It's outside. Throw down to third is not going to even happen. Batista safely into third as House took a pitch outside. Another stolen bag. And you hit the nail on the head, Cole. Slow motion by Soler. Aggression by the Rush. They've been reading his pitch motion well. And 3 stolen bases already by Zach Novus' squad. Here comes the payoff. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove of Irving. And a much-needed second out and the first strikeout of the morning for Soler.
Really just ramped back and sped that one by House for the second out, and probably the quickest pitch we've seen, coming out just about a second and a half from delivery to home.
So 2 outs, Batista at third, and Daniel Quadras, the catcher, is the batter. Another righty batter, swings, grounds one left side, diving the third baseman Wilson, picks it up, throw across the body, scooped off the dirt by Wooten in time. Beautiful play by Wilson to Wooten to strand a runner at third and hold the Rush to just 1 after 1 inning. 1-0, Rush over the Bombers on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Top of the second from Palm Springs Stadium, 1-0 lead for the Rush over the Bombers. Rush scratch across one, stole 3 bases, helped by a pair of walks and a sac fly off the bat of Caden Dawson for a 1-0 lead. They'll send the 18-year-old lefty back on the bump. Tommy Mitchell to start his second inning of work, faced the minimum in the first, helped by the inning ending when the courtesy runner for the Bombers, Michael Carlin, was thrown out on the bases, getting caught in between first and second. Lefty making his second start of the season in Tommy Mitchell. He went 3 innings in a start last week against the Haymakers. Left 3 earned on 5 hits, had 4 walks and 5 strikeouts. So certainly the command something to watch today. Mitchell, the youngest player on the Rush and one of the youngest players in the league. Most of these players have a year or two of collegiate experience, but a couple straight out of high school, just like Tommy Mitchell, who will be going on to Division II Hawaii Pacific in Honolulu this next year. Not a bad destination to have. Face the cleanup batter, Charlie Wooten, who was at the plate when Carlin was thrown out on the bases. First pitch to Wooten, sails high for a ball. 1-0 and a lefty-on-lefty matchup. 1-0 Rush lead, just underway in the top of the second. Mitchell kicks and fires. It's lined off the end of the bat on the infield. In is Martinez. The second baseman makes the catch. 1 down.
Just the way he likes to start an inning, with an easy pop-up to get the defense involved after he got them involved with a nice pickoff move by Mitchell to conclude the first.
1 away. Nobody on for Joe Thornton. Lefty extra hitter in the lineup today for the Bombers. Takes our first pitch high from Tommy Mitchell, 1-0. Mitchell working on the left side of the mound, delivers. A looping breaking ball is high again. 2 balls and no strikes to Thornton, who started pitching. Starting pitcher yesterday for the Bombers, now hitting today. The 2-0 grounded foul left side. 2 balls and 1 strike. Talking about it, Cole pregame. A lot of two-way players in the PSCL. A lot of guys with a lot of talent who could go both ways baseball-wise and are still deciding, do they want to focus on pitching, do they want to focus on hitting, or can they be the unicorn and do both? 2-1 misses outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Thornton. Thornton was terrific on the mound yesterday. 4 shutout innings against the best offense in the league. And the Lumberjacks did finally run into trouble in the 5th inning and did end up suffering the loss, but didn't get any run support as Thornton fouls one back to the screen, and it's a full count. Mitchell readies, kicks, and delivers. Fouled back and out of play. 1 out, bases empty, top of the second. 1-0 lead for the Rush over the Bombers. Kick and a throw. Fastball high, ball 4. Thornton takes his base. Second walk of the game by Tommy Mitchell. And he'll bring up Caden Egerbraden, the righty designated hitter today for Jonathan Grisham's squad. Grisham in his first year out here in Palm Springs. He'll be an assistant coach at Coastal Bend University, Coastal Bend College, I should say, this next school year. JUCO in Beeville, Texas, near Corpus Christi. First pitch to Egenbrand was waved on and missed, 0-1. 2-stride lead at first for Thornton. The lefty Mitchell staring him down and fires home. It's fouled back, 0-2.
Beeville down there in the Rio Grande Valley. When you head south on 37 from San Antonio, go down towards the beach, Corpus Christi. You mentioned it's got South Padre, the Padre Islands down there way near Mexico as well.
Late time is called by Egebrand before the 0-2. Tried to impress with my Texas geography, but I think he got me beat, Cole.
It helps when you're from there a bit.
That might help. The 0-2 is high and tight. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Heard some great things about South Padre Island. Haven't been down there yet. Would love to make a trip out there.
Definitely the go-to destination beach-wise. Definitely not like out here on the coast.
The 1-2 misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little bit of calmer, warmer waters, I'd imagine.
Just a little bit different water style. Definitely a little bit warmer and a lot different.
2-2. Outside on a breaker and a full count to Egebrand. Maybe Jonathan Grisham, headed down to South Texas, will make a trip on a weekend or a day off down to South Padre Island. Here's the payoff. It's lined high and well foul down the left field line and along the grassy lawn abutting the concession stand here at Palm Springs Stadium, which is getting ready for duty this evening as the Palm Springs Power return to action. Another payoff coming. Long battle here, and Mitchell will step off, fire back to first. Thornton dives back in safely under the throw.
Didn't have my stopwatch ready there, unfortunately, but Mitchell's got a good move to first base, being a southpaw. Already picked off Bobby Irving's courtesy runner.
Here's another payoff. Outside, ball 4. Good patient at bat by Egebrand, and there's 2 aboard on 2 walks for the Bombers. As much as their offense has struggled, shut out yesterday looking for some offense. Don't have a hit yet, but they've worked a lot of patient plate appearances, 3 walks, and fouled off a lot of pitches as well, working up the pitch count of Mitchell. Zach Novus, Rush manager, out to talk with the freshman arm and the catcher Daniel Quadras.
When you look at Tommy Mitchell, he's obviously got the physical body to be a good southpaw pitcher at 6'5", about 200. Right now, he's just got to control the strike zone a bit more effectively. Giving up already 3 walks. Hasn't been snake bitten by them yet, but if you continue to go the way of giving up walks to a handful of batters, even with the Bombers not being most potent offensive team quite yet, it might give them momentum that you don't want to give them, and they might be soaring into the win column if you give them extra runs.
Bombers 0-5, looking for that first victory of the season to jumpstart their year in the final game of the first week of the PSCL. Joe Licari is the batter with the meeting concluded. 2 on, 1 out in the top of the second. Rush holding on to a 1-0 lead. First pitch home is foul tipped back to the screen. 0-1 to the righty center fielder. Licari was 0 for 3 yesterday at the plate for the Bombers in a loss to the Lumberjacks. Looking to deliver here with ducks on the pond. The 0-1. Fastball on the outside corner called a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Licari. Mitchell's quickly gotten ahead after back-to-back walks.
Really good job of getting ahead in the count after you mentioned giving up those 2 walks, something you like to see if you're a coach.
0-2, misses high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball sailed on him at 80 miles per hour, which is about what Mitchell tops out at.
Definitely someone I think we're going to want to keep our eye on throughout the season and throughout his college career.
Glove flutters and delivers. It's another fastball high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Daniel Jenkins awaits on deck with Thornton at second, Egebrand at first. 1 out in the top of the second, and the Bombers desperately looking for some runs here. 2-2 coming. Mitchell winds and delivers. It's low and bounces away from Quadras and rolls back to the fence to his right, and both runners advance. Thornton jogs down to third, Egebrand to second. Didn't look like Quadras saw the ball very well. It'll go down as a pass ball.
Looked like it might have taken a bounce off the home plate and always makes it really hard to corral if you're a catcher back there. Just got by Quadras.
So a full count to Licari. This is a big pitch in the ball game. The pitch home. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Lakari rung up on a fastball that maybe just caught the outside corner for a strike. And it's the second strikeout, both looking by Mitchell, a big one, 2 away.
Now you're just 1 out away if you're Mitchell from sending the Bombers sputtering back to the dugout and might not even get a run across here.
2 outs with 2 in scoring position for Daniel Jenkins, the left fielder. Mitchell home, fastball is high, 1-0. Thornton at third, Egebrand at second with 2 outs in the top of the second, 1-0 rush. Here's the 1-0 home. It's inside, 2 balls and no strikes.
One thing I'm liking from Mitchell so far is he's working all quadrants of the zone. He's dusting guys off, and he's also making them watch pitches outside. So anywhere is a go-to zone for Mitchell.
He delivers and drops in a strike in the top half of the zone. 2-1, trying to work around a couple walks in the second for a scoreless inning and keep the rush in front. Kicks and delivers. It's low. 3 balls and 1 strike. At a Corona Centennial, about an hour and a half west of here on the other edge of Riverside County. Straight out of high school, graduated just a few weeks ago, and now playing here in the PSCL as he starts his collegiate career. 3-1. Outside corner for a strike, and a full count to Jenkins, who was ready to jog down to first base. That outside part of the plate has been there for a strike so far today from home plate umpire John DeCesar. Here's the payoff. High and tight, ball 4.
It's tough when you got it to 2-strike count, and you obviously can expand the zone a little bit as Mitchell works from the third base side of the rubbers as southpaw, so it's kind of cross-firing to righty hitters and gives them a long time to see it, but also gives the ump a long time to see it, and sometimes you just lose it on the outer half.
Basil juiced for Asher Friedman, who takes the first pitch high, 1-0. Shortstop Friedman's first plate appearance of the day. Thornton at second, Thornton at third, I should say. Egebrand at second, Jenkins at first. The 1-0. Foul tipped back to the screen, 1-1. 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the second. Rush holding on to a 1-0 lead. The southpaw Mitchell readies and delivers. Low and in the dirt. Good stop by Quadras. All the more important with the bases loaded. 2-1. Cloudless day here at beautiful Palm Springs Stadium. Season started last Wednesday. It's now the next Tuesday, completing a week of the PSCL. The 2-1 sails outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And Mitchell in danger of walking home a run. Glove at the chest, kicks and delivers. It's on the outside corner for a strike. And a full count to Friedman. Runners will be going. 2 outs, bases loaded. And a 3-2 count. Mitchell readies and throws. It's outside, ball 4.
The hardest part about that one right there is that's doing damage to yourself, giving up the run on a handful of walks. That gives the Bombers their first lead of today.
So 4 walks in the inning, and Friedman works the walk to walk home Thornton and tie this game at 1 apiece. Nathan Wilson will come to the plate, trying to add on to the damage here for the Bombers, who've tied it at 1 apiece. Egebrand at third now, Jenkins at second, and Friedman at first. A lot of full counts worked by the Bombers, and they've been able to work walks out of these long at-bats. Mitchell looks back at second. Winds and fires. Fastball called a strike. That was a little bit outside. 0-1.
Mitchell was getting talked to by Carlos Hernandez about something in his motion.
The pitch home is low this time, and a good stop by Quandras. 1-1. 10th batter in the lineup before it rolls back over to the top of the order for the Bombers. After being shut out yesterday, they have their first run on the board today. 1-1. Lined off the end of the bat on the infield. Back is Danny Martinez, the second baseman, reaches up and makes the catch head high to retire the side. 1 run on no hits, 4 walks in the inning. Tie the game at 1. Middle of the second. Bombers rush on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cameron Solar back on the bump for the Bombers in the bottom of the second. Tied at 1 apiece between the Rush and the Bombers. He will face 6, 7, and 8 in the Rush lineup, starting with the lefty Christian Angelo, the center fielder who is jammed on the first pitch he sees and sprays it foul down the first base line. A lefty-on-lefty matchup here between Solar and Angelo. Zach and Tino Novis, brothers coaching duo for the Rush. Zach the head coach, Tino the assistant. Back for their another year in the PSCL for them, coaching the Rush again. The 0-1 is lined into center. Coming in is Lakari. It will end in front of him for a base hit. Leadoff knock for Engel. That's the first hit of the game on either side. Center fielder is aboard, and it brings up Easton Kretzer, the extra hitter. Righty batter this time for Solar to face. He'll walk 2 back in the first. His first pitch sails in for a strike on the outside corner. A 1. Grounded left side over the third baseman, Dawson to glove. Wild throw to first is airmailed over the head of Wooten and all the way back to the backstop down to second. Safely goes Kretzer, Angelo to third. Wilson made a nice play to keep it in front of him, but then sailed it way over the head of Wooten. And it puts 2 in scoring position with nobody out for the Rush.
Nice play, but then just airmailed in. Gets charged with the E5 after the ball that got lucky to stay in play.
First pitch gets away from Bobby Irving, and racing home to score is Angelo. Irving couldn't keep it in front of him on the first pitch to Danny Martinez. It rolled all the way back to the backstop, and it's 2-0. Kretzer goes to third. And a 1-0 count to Martinez. Still nobody out in the top of the second. A single in air, and now a pass ball plating the first run for the Rush here in the second. As Martinez takes a strike at the knees, 1-1. Soler peers in, kicks and delivers. It's low, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors for the Rush. 1 run on no hits, 1 error for the Bombers. 2-1 count to the ready batting Martinez. Home and fouled off the top of the foot of Danny. Wearing a red helmet to match his red batting gloves. Two and two. Grounded foul again. Stay alive. College of the Desert guy. Here in the Coachella Valley. Zach Novus, very familiar. Desert native. Lives down in Palm Desert and coaches the California Postgrad program that plays both here at Palm Springs Stadium and also at College of the Desert's field. The 2-2 skips away from Irving and will roll all the way back to the backstop. And Kretzer will walk home to score 3-1.
That's tough. It's 2 unearned runs going for Soler there after 2 pass balls. And now bases empty, full count, no out, and essentially a reset is what's needed here for Soler.
2 across, a full count to Martinez. The pitch outside, ball 4.
Essentially making a mountain out of a molehill right now after the hit and an error and then a walk. And it's been a long time on the mound here for Soler on an inning that has now scored 2.
Face another lefty and Will Dalton, the left fielder. Martinez at first, nobody out. 2 runs across for the Rush for a 3-1 lead. First pitch home is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Peeks back at first, 3-stride lead there for Martinez and home. It's again on the outside corner. 0-2. It's the changeup from Soler. Peeks back at first, kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove. Fooled him with a breaking ball up. And the second strikeout of the day for Soler. And a much-needed first out here in the second. Brings up the 10th batter in the lineup. The shortstop, Nathan Cunningham, who's had a nice start to the season for the Rush. Righty batter facing lefty pitcher. Soler delivers. It's grounded left side and through the 5-6 hole into left field, base hits. Chopped it past Friedman at short, Wilson at third. The second hit of the inning puts 2 aboard with 1 out and rolls things back to the top of the order and Colin McCormick for the Rush. McCormick walked and came around to score in the first. He's got Martinez at second, Cunningham at first. 1 out, bottom of the second, 3-1 Rush. Well, it's been certainly an action-filled first 2 innings here. First pitch to McCormick misses low in the dirt, 1-0. It's been an exciting start to the day so far. The Haymakers taking down the previously undefeated Bootleggers 6-2 in the early morning game on the backfield at the Palm Springs Stadium complex. And the A's impressed over the Colonials, a 10-0 victory. Here's the 1-0. It's lined into left, over for Jenkins to make the catch. And there's 2 away. Hard hit ball by McCormick, but he hit it nearly right at the left fielder. 2 outs will bring up the right fielder Alec Bautista, who walked back in the first. He'll bat ready to face the lefty Soler with Martinez at second, Cunningham at first. 3-1 lead for the Rush. Soler high sets, looks back at second, so both runners go, pitch inside, and both will advance. Man, if Soler had just turned around before he had started his windup, he would have had Martinez in a pickle, who left really early, but Soler did not peek back over his shoulder again, and the double steal works to effect. Cunningham to second, Martinez to first. 1-0 count to Bautista. Swing and a miss on a fastball at the knees, 1-1.
And the Rush continuing to be aggressive here in the second on the base pass. Well, they've got runners on. They're really taking advantage of Soler's motion to the plays. Is kind of just looks like it's going through molasses at times.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Changeup falling out of the zone. A nice pitch from Soler, 1-2. And certainly been aggressive from Zach Novus, who has a fast team on the base pass. 4 stolen bases already just in the second inning. 1-2 count to Bautista, though. Soler can get out of the inning with just 2 across. Kicks and delivers. It's lined into right center. Barros and Licari converging, and Licari will make the sliding catch. Sweet play by the center fielder on a feet-first slide and making the catch with his glove by his belt in right center to rob the Rush of 2 runs. The Rush scored 2 on a pair of hits, a walk, and an error. They strand 2. We go to the third. 3-1 Rush over the Bombers on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Two complete for Palm Springs Stadium. A 3-1 lead for the Rush over the Bombers. The final day of the first week of PSCL action. Tommy Mitchell, the southpaw, back out to work the top of the third inning and face the top of the order for the Bombers. Reese Vassar, the righty batter, takes the first pitch high. Vassar popped down on the infield. He swings and lines one hard into left. Will Dalton over and makes a jogging catch just above his shoelaces. Some nice outfield work on both sides to start this ball game.
I mean, well-struck ball and just unfortunately straight at the left fielder who made a nice jogging play. I mean, really good off the bat, 85 off the bat, almost a barrel.
So now it's Bobby Irving, the catcher. Throw home, fastball sails high. 1-0 to Irving, who walked back in the first. Busy day for the catcher behind the plate, too. He has to be exhausted already. The 1-0 grounded left side, diving the third baseman Dawson off his glove and trickles by the shortstop McCormick and all the way into left. Good effort by the third baseman Dawson. I imagine that'll go down as a hit, Cole.
Indeed it does. I mean, great effort by both the infielders on the left side. Goes off one glove, goes off in another, and just skitters off into left field for the hit for Irving.
Bring up Joe Barros, the right fielder. Throwing aboard for the second time today. They're going to use the courtesy runner again for Irving. It will be Michael Carlin back in at first base, who was thrown out back in the first inning.
The crazy thing is that that's just the first hit for the Bombers, even though they have one run.
It's been the command problems for Mitchell through the first 2 innings. He's walked 5 batters. Fires back to first, and Carlin back in safely. Mitchell delivers. It's high, 1-0.
That was one of those moments where it's fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you, almost.
What happens if you fool someone 3 times? The 1-0 is low, 2-0.
Fooled men don't get fooled again, is what the saying is, I do believe.
Fool men don't get fooled again.
I do believe so. I believe that's what they say.
So you can't get fooled 3 times. Or you're not a fool. I've never heard that word. We're lost in semantics at this point. The 2-0 swung on and missed by Barros, 2-1. 1 out, 1 on, top of the third. It's 3-1. A rush over the Bombers on a lovely Tuesday in Palm Springs. 2-1. Foul tipped into the glove of Quadras. Barros took a huge hack. He was trying to send that one to Las Vegas. Mitchell peeks back at first and home. Sails outside in a full count. Las Vegas is 4 hours away. Fun fact, Cole, if you go up to the Palm Springs Aerial Tram, one of our great sponsors, you might have seen their commercial, on a clear night you can actually see the lights of Las Vegas.
Sounds like we need to go take the hype from
Pay off home, sails high, ball 4.
The Cactus to the Clouds hike. We've talked about this before. 20 miles, 10,000 feet of elevation change, and you might get it done in 10 hours if you're a good hiker.
We might not make it back for the PSL broadcast the next morning, so we'll have to try to find a good date for that. As Barros works his walk, so he's at first. Carlin at second. The Bombers are threatening here in the top of the third. Charlie Wooten, the first baseman, digs in. Lefty on lefty matchup. He takes the first pitch strike, 0-1. Been up there a couple times. Haven't been able to see the lights of Las Vegas just yet. It has to be a crystal clear night, they say. And all the casinos, even 4 hours away, you can see over the barren desert in between. The 0-1 misses high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coachella Valley is essentially the last civilization. So you're heading east, whether you're either going to Las Vegas, northeast of us, or you're headed to Phoenix, directly east. The 1-1, cut on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I can confirm that there's a lot of sand between here and Phoenix. If you're driving on I-10 either way, you see about the same cars 500 times, it seems like.
The 1-2 is lined left side. Over is McCormick. He steps on second base, throws to first. Double play. Just like that, a 6-3 unassisted double play. Clears the bases and retires the side in the third. Scoreless inning for Tommy Mitchell in the rush. Middle of the third, 3-1 rush over the Bombers. The PSL Broadcast Network. Bottom of the third for Palm Springs Stadium. 3-1 ball game and an action-packed start to the Bombers in the Rush in the stadium finale on a Tuesday afternoon from Palm Springs, California. Griffin, Epstein, Cole Paveglio on the PSCL Broadcast Network. The Rush looking to go to 4-2 on the season. They've traded wins and losses over their last 4 games after starting 2-0, trying to respond to their loss yesterday with a W today. They're up 3-1, and Caden Dawson will lead off the bottom of the third inning. First pitch to the lefty inside. He backs out his hands to avoid being hit 1-0. Dawson drove in a run on a sac fly to right back in the first inning. Solar back on the bump. He works out of the stretch even without runners on. Big kick and a throw, and it's a fastball at the top of the zone for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gloved by the hip. Solar's back barely almost goes perpendicular to his legs as he winds up, and the pitch is slapped right side past the diving second baseman Vassar and into right field. Base hits. Dawson muscles one through the 4-3 hole. It's the third hit of the ball game for the Rush, and they have the leadoff runner aboard for the 3rd consecutive inning. Nehemiah House, Laney College product up in Oakland, digs in. First baseman struck out back in the first. It's tough for Solar. He's just every inning. There's traffic on the bases. He can't find a rhythm. The first pitch to House catches the outside corner for a strike. 1-0. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom 3. The Rush 3. The Bombers 1. Solar peeks over at first. The southpaw takes another look back and comes home. House fouls it back. Look out. Oh. Right off the couple rows in front of us and scaring at least a couple fellows up here in the press box. Mouths are open. Hands over the mouths. Everyone's got to be alert up here. The 0-2. This is low 1-2. I could only see the shadow of the baseball, and it kept on getting bigger and closer, which is always a concern.
Definitely was a bit terrifying. Can't see it, and you just hope it's not going to somehow come into the booth and hit one of us on the head.
1-2 count to House. Wind and a throw. It's low, and a good stop by Irving, who's had to do all sorts of work behind the plate. Does a nice job keeping that in front of him. 2-2. The Rush have been busy bees on the base pass so far. They have 3 stolen bases. Make it 4 stolen bases. We're only in the 3rd inning. The 2-2 home. Swing and a miss. That's one of the better pitches of the day by Cameron Soler. The changeup darting out of the zone. And it's his 3rd strikeout. Daniel Quadras, the catcher, digs in. Grounded out his first time up. 1 on, 1 out. You're in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch home. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to Quadras. Well, let's take a look at the PSCL standings. We'll start in the Southern Division, where the Lumberjacks, looking to make it 3 PSCL titles in a row, are certainly looking like the title favorites again this season. They're on their day off after 6 consecutive games to start the season. They're 6-0. The 0-1 misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Rush are right behind them, trying to go to 4-2 today and stay 2 games back. They're 3-2 on the season. The Haymakers and A's both got wins today to improve to 2-4 on the year. And MLB DC China is playing on the backfield right now. They're 0-5 on the season. The 1-1 to Quadras is lined down the left field line. Fair ball. Rolling all the way to the warning track. A long ways to cut it off for Jenkins. And into second is Quadras with a double. First extra base hit of the day for either side goes to the catcher for the Rush. Dawson held up at third by Zach Novus. And there's 2 in scoring position. And 1 out for Christian Angelo. We got a pinch runner Quadras will exit, and first pitch home to Angelo. It nearly hit him. He backs out of the way. That's Hunter Anderson, who's out at second base for Daniel Quadras. Courtesy runner. Pitch home to Angelo. Chopped right side over the first baseman. Wooten gloves it down to a knee. Picks it up. Drops it. It's back on the dirt. 1 run will score. Everyone's safe. Tough play for Wooten. He gloved it. Tried to stand up. Dropped the baseball. And Solar was late coming to cover the bag. Dawson scores from third. Quadras advances to third. Or now that's Anderson advancing to third. And Angelo is aboard. Is it a hit or an error? Well, it's up to Cole.
Well, he had it, he dropped it, and made a great play, made a great effort, made it look real nice, but he came up empty as he bobbled it out of the leather, and it's an unearned run scoring there.
So an error.
Yes.
And E3, and that's going to do it for Cameron Soler. Struggled to find his rhythm today. He goes 2 1/3 and will pave way for a Bombers reliever with Jonathan Grisham out to the bump to bring in a new pitcher. We'll step aside, 1 out in the bottom of the third, a 4-run rush lead on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Back at Palm Springs Stadium, the Bombers making a pitching change. Joe Barros, the righty, coming in from right field to the mound to try to halt the bleeding for the Bombers in the bottom of the third. It's a 4-1 lead for the Rush. Runners on the corners, and the first pitch home to Easton Kretzer is fouled straight back. 0-1. So Barros started the day in right field and hitting. Had a strikeout and a walk at the plate, and now he's up on the bump. 6 foot flat, 195 pounds out of Hartnell College. Fires a fastball at 81. That misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kretzer. Quadras at third, Angelo at first, with the Rush chasing the starter Cameron Soler from the ballgame. First righty pitcher after 2 lefties started. The 1-1 sail side, 80 on the gun. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kretzer reached on an error and scored back in the second for the Rush, who've chipped across at least a run in every inning so far. Oh, taking off is Angelo. He'll score, or he'll advance to second without a throw, as Kretzer takes a strike. Irving didn't even try to throw, especially with Quadras at third. So now 2 in scoring position. Another stolen base for the Rush. And the 2-2 cut on and missed. Fastball up in the zone. There's 2 away, and Barros does not know how many outs there are. He started walking off the field. But he's got to get back on the bump. That's only 2 outs. His first strikeout. And now we'll have to face Danny Martinez, who reached on a walk back in the second. Righty batting second baseman. Quadras reached, and Anderson, the courtesy runners, at third. Angelo at second as the first pitch to Martinez sails high, 1-0. 4-1 the Rush lead, a run in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. 1-0 home. Lined into left over is Danielle Jenkins to make the catch, and the side is retired. One comes across for the Rush on 2 hits. They leave 2 stranded. 4-1 Rush over the Bombers after 3. The PSCL Broadcast Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
3 complete on a Tuesday afternoon from Palm Springs Stadium. 4-1 lead for the Rush over the Bombers. Tommy Mitchell, the southpaw, has worked around some trouble and limited the Bombers to just 1 run on 1 hit. He'll start off the bottom of the 4th inning. His first pitch is a fastball. Missing outside to the lefty leadoff Joe Thornton, the extra hitter, who scored the only run today for the Bombers. Reached on a walk and came around to score in the seconds. The 1-0 is chopped off the end of the bat, right side. Playing it over is the second baseman Martinez. He tosses to first. And there's 1 away. While we mentioned the standings, we reviewed the Southern Division standings. And the Northern Division, there's a lot of parity right now in the North. Cole, the Bootleggers dropped their first game today, so they're now 4-1. The Blue Sox, the day off, they're 4-1. The Colonials lost today. They're 3-3, and the Coyotes are playing right now on the backfield. They're 3-2. First pitch to Caden Egerbrand sails high, 1-0. Ready batter facing lefty pitcher, and then the Bombers taking up the rear of the North. They're 0-5. The 1-0 catches the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Egerbrand walked back in the second. Mitchell winds and throws. Cut on and miss. Big swing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. MLB DC China and the Coyotes playing on the backfield. We'll get you a score update when we can. 1-2. Sails outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mitchell readies on the rubber and fires. Swing and a miss. Fastball up. Strikes out Egerbrand. Back-to-back quick outs for Tommy Mitchell, who's looking awfully sharp here in the 4th. Strikeout number 3 on the afternoon for the young 18-year-old. Brings up Joe Licari, the center fielder. 2 outs and the base is empty. Mitchell home. Hits a fastball low, 1-0. He's the Energizer Bunny for the clubhouse, the 18-year-old Tommy Mitchell. Zach and Tino Nova stroking around. You know, he's only 18, so sometimes some of the older guys got to make sure that he behaves himself. Recent high school graduate, but a 1-0 is on the inside corner, 1-1. They're really glad to have him because he kind of brings that youthful energy. There's some of the older guys and makes sure to keep the mojo and the vibes high for the Rush. It's not always easy to do that when you're playing every single day. The 1-1 popped up off the end of the bat of Licari in foul territory, racing over his house. He's under the baseball and makes the catch on the edge of the track. The hat goes flying off, but the ball stays in the glove of Nehemiah House, and an excellent 1-2-3 inning worked by Tommy Mitchell. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 4-1 Rush lead on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Bottom four, the Rush looking to extend their 4-1 lead over the Bombers. Joe Barros came in and got the last 2 outs of the third inning in relief of Cameron Solar. Got a clean slate to work with here in the bottom of the fourth as he faces Will Dalton, lefty batting left fielder, to lead off the fourth. Barros came in from right field. Asher Friedman is defensive substitution out and right. 1-0. Fastball misses high. 2 balls and no strikes to Will Dalton. Shaking his head, saying, I'm waiting for my pitch. Got a red helmet with the red oven mitt, I like to call it. That's used for when you get on bases to slide. Sticking out of his back pocket. The 2-0 misses high. 3 balls and no strikes. I think you could use that as an oven mitt, Cole.
I think you definitely can with how bright red that one is. It kind of looks and resembles an oven mitt more than some.
3-0 count to Dalton. It's on the outside corner, 3-1. Maybe he does. This is first time for a lot of players. They're living away from home. A lot of guys are community college guys, so they're out on their own. They've got a kitchen. They're cooking for the first time away from mom and dad. The 3-1. It's high, ball 4, and Dalton's going to get a chance to use his oven mitt now as he's aboard at first on a base on balls.
Some manufacturer that's really big is Absolutely Ridiculous. Jazz Chisholm is a big proponent for Absolutely Ridiculous. So is Maya Brady in the softball world.
That'd be Tom Brady's niece.
Correct.
First pitch to Nathan Cunningham, lined into left field, base hit. UCLA, right?
Yep. But Absolutely Ridiculous is really one of the top brands for shin guards.
The brand is called Absolutely
Yes, the
Ridiculous.
brand.
I thought you were calling it Absolutely Ridiculous, and I was like, well, that's a bold statement, Cole. So Dalton's at second, Cunningham's at first. Nobody out, back to Colin McCormick in the top of the order. He takes a fastball inside. Dalton working the walk, and Cunningham slapping a base hit to left.
Yes, the brand Absolutely Ridiculous. I'm not saying it's absolutely ridiculous to be wearing an oven mitt, but
Oh, we had a who's on first situation there for a second. The 1-0 sails high. 2 balls and no strikes. That's a pretty fun brand name. I'm gonna look that up now. Do they have shirts that say Absolutely Ridiculous on them?
I'm not too sure, but I know they have some fielding gloves that actually smell like either strawberry or like cotton candy.
Oh
or
my gosh.
They've
2-0
got
on the
scented
outside corner for a
gloves.
strike. 2-1. A scented glove. See, I knew there were scented bowling balls. I did not know you could get a scented glove.
Yes, that's something Absolutely Ridiculous has in their line.
Well, that seems like a great way to throw off a player. The 2-1 is cut on and missed 2-2. You could be maybe a middle infielder, a shortstop, or a second baseman like the situation here where Dalton's on second and get up behind him with your glove, stick it in his face, and all of a sudden you're smelling roses. 2-2. He is low and in the dirt. Good stop by Irving and a full count to McCormick.
Got all kinds of designs, like a ice cream cone is one of them, so it looks like there's ice cream cone on the end of your glove.
Smell like
yes, it
chocolate
does.
ice cream?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. I might be losing some money this afternoon. The 3-2 is right back to Lakari, or Barros, excuse me. Bounces off his glove, rolls to the right. Everyone's safe. A hot comebacker. Good job by Barros reaching up the glove to stop the baseball. It might have saved it from going into center, but it bounced off to the right and just stayed in the grass. And now the bases are loaded for the Rush to try to bust this game open in the bottom of the fourth. A single up the middle for Colin McCormick, who's reached twice today. Dalton at third, Cunningham at second, McCormick at first, and Alex Batista is the batter. First pitch home is fouled down the left field line. Batista walked back in the first, flew out in the second. He has a chance to be the hero for the Rush to put up a crooked number on the scoreboard in the fourth. They scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Looking for that big number here in the fourth. 0-1. Popped up off the end of the bat, high in the sky. There's 3 yellow jerseys conversion. The first baseman, Wooten, calls everyone up and makes the catch. A huge first out for the Bombers to try to stay in this ball game. So 1 away, and it brings up Caden Dawson, who's 1 for 2 and drove in a run on a sac fly back in the first. Lefty batter to face the ready Barros. Bases still juice with 1 out and a 4-run rush lead. First pitch home, look out. Backing out of the way is Dawson. 1-0. Zach Novus' Rush squad trying to improve to 5-2 on the season and stay just 2 games back of the league-leading Lumberjacks in the South Division. The 1-0 home is on the inside corner, called a strike by John DeCesar, the home plate umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike. Barros trying to have a Houdini act here in the fourth and escape a bases loaded jam without giving up a run. 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Dawson certainly gave it his all on that one. An 81-mile-per-hour fastball down at the knees. He couldn't catch up. 1-2 count. Barros out of the stretch, delivers. It's popped up. Shallow left. Going to be a tough play. Jenkins back, and it falls in front of him. Bounces around off his glove. 1 run will score. Here comes the second. Jenkins is still holding the ball out in left field, and only now is he just jogging in with nobody at third base. Dalton scores from third. Cunningham comes around at second as Jenkins misplayed the ball at first. A bloop RBI single for Caden Dawson. 2 across. It's 6-1.
Definitely think the fielders might have lost that one in the sun. You had 3 converging on it, and all of them kind of just looking, oh boy, where's this one landing? And all of them watch it land in no man's land.
It certainly land in the Bermuda Triangle, as EJ Sanchez called it yesterday. Just the hardest place for anyone to get to, down the left field line, deep enough that for the shortstop and the third baseman hard to get to, but too shallow and too far for the left fielder Jenkins to get to. And then he was trying to get in so fast, the ball rolled behind him for a second. And good base running, really good base running by the Rush all day. Cunningham score from second. Nehemiah House digs in. Ready batter. First pitch home to House is in for a strike. McCormick is at second. Dawson at first. 2 across in the fourth for a 6-1 Rush lead. And things are getting away again from the Bombers, who are at risk of falling to 0-6 on the year. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball inside 0-2. House is 0 for 2 today. He struck out twice. Barros trying to limit the damage. Keep the Bombers within shouting range. Runner takes off, but House fouls it back. Good jump by McCormick. Likely would have had a stolen bag if his teammate didn't swing away. Oh, 2. Outside corner, strike 3 called. House sent down looking at the second strikeout of the outing for Barros, a much-needed second out in the fourth. Daniel Quadras, who had a double back in the third, will come to the plate with McCormick at second and Dawson at first. 6-1 rush. Barros delivers. Fastball up, but called a strike. 0-1. Second baseman Vassar shaded up the middle behind the runner McCormick. Outfield playing straight up. On a sunsplash Tuesday afternoon. The 0-1, fastball high. This time a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coyotes up big on MLB DC China on the backfield. Coyotes a little bit of a sleeper team. Going to move to 4-2 on the season. As Quadras backs away from a ball inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tough start for MLB DC China to the season. They're at risk of falling to 0-6. Similar to the Bombers here. 2-1. Fastball on the outside corner is a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces abound here. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count. Barros delivers. Grounded right side in the second baseman Vassar. He gloves, he collects, and throws to first to retire the side. 2 more come across. The Rush offense relentless today. 3 singles, 2 runs, 6-1 Rush after 4 on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Top of the 5th from Palm Springs Stadium, 6-1 lead for the Rush over the Bombers. Got some NSYNC blasting through the speakers. Big question, Cole. NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys?
You know, I get them confused. They both sound very similar, and they're from when I was about 2 or 3 is when they were very mainstream in the late 90s. So don't have great memories. Obviously have heard them a lot, though, and Justin Timberlake and all the other boy bands of the early 2000s. That's what I grew up on.
Well, anyways, on the baseball diamond, it's a 6-1 lead for the Rush over the Bombers. Day is done for Tommy Mitchell. Those 4 excellent innings allowed just 1 run on 1 hit. He'll pave the way for another youngster, Derek Ball, who just finished up a season with the California Postgrad under Zach Novus and is now headed to College of the Desert next year. Will work on the mound. The righty fires the first pitch fastball. It sails high for a ball. His first outing on the bump. He has appeared 3 times offensively and has 2 hits and 3 runs in 3 games. At the belt, kicks and delivers. Fastball outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Daniel Jenkins, the left fielder, who walked back in the second. It's been a tough offensive last couple of days for the Bombers. Shutout yesterday. Today just 1 run on 1 hit through 4 innings. 2-0 from Dalton. Derek Ball, excuse me. He's on the outside corner. 2-1. Ball 6'4", 190. He's got good build. The pitch home. Cut on and miss. 2-2. This is actually his second pitching appearance. Tossed 2 innings against the A's last week. Allowed 2 hits, just 1 run, and 2 walks. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Fastball tied Jenkins up inside. 1 away. That'll bring up the shortstop, Asher Friedman.
Strikeout number 4 in total for the Bombers after Mitchell sat down 3 and now Ball with 1, respectively.
First pitch home. It misses low. 1-0 to Friedman, who walked in his first plate appearance. Big deep breath by Ball on the bump. Side steps and fires home. It's off the end of the bat. Fairly slowly trickled to the third baseman. Dawson, long throw across the diamond in time. 2 away.
That one's had some nasty spin on it. Went off the handle of the bat. Going towards foul territory, it looked like at first, and then it took a nasty spin back towards the field of play and stayed fair. Then a great play there by the third baseman to make the play.
Pinch hitter for Nathan Wilson. Jonathan Grisham will sub in Michael Carlin. College of the Desert guy, who's been used as a courtesy runner, will now come in as a pinch batter and take a first pitch outside. Two outs, and the base is empty in the top of the 5th. 6-1 lead for the Rush over the Bombers. 7 outs away from a W. The 1-0. This is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Big sigh by Ball. He turns and fires. Fastball on the outside corner. 2-1. Two-way player Ball, who has 2 hits and 4 appearances at the plate and making his second appearance on the bump. Kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. 2-2. The 82-mile-per-hour fastball blown right by Michael Carlin. Winds and delivers. The looping breaking ball on the inside corner. Strike 3 call. That's straight filth from Derek Ball, who works a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts. We've played 5. It's 6-1. Rush over the Bombers on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Bottom 5 from Palm Springs Stadium. It's all Rush in the second game of today's stadium doubleheader. 6-1 lead for the Rush over the Bombers. Joe Barros remains on the bump for his second full inning of work. He will face Christian Angelo, lefty batter, against ready pitcher to start off the bottom of the fifth. The Rush offense has been excellent today. First pitch to Angelo. Catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. 6 runs on 7 hits. They've scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Nice little synchronous offensive performance, half inning by the Rush. The 0-1. Grounded off the end of the bat, right side. Coming in the first baseman, oh my. Wooten, he throws it away. All the way back in front of the Bombers' dugout. Good coverage by the catcher, Irving, to pick it up. That was just very poor infield defense there by the Bombers, and Angelo was aboard at first. Not sure why Wooten cut off faster. Looked like he would have been able to get to that baseball, and then it meant Barros was trying to come over to cover, and the throw was wide of Barros anyways, who probably wouldn't have been able to get to the back. So it brings up Easton Kretzer, the extra hitter, 0 for 2 today, but reached on air in the second and came around to score. We're going to see a change over at first base. As Jonathan Grisham will bring in Joseph Thornton, who was the extra hitter now for Wooten. 0-1, popped up off the end of the bat, and look who it finds. Thornton is over underneath the baseball and makes the catch, head high. Well, what's the saying, Cole? The ball finds you once you get in the ball game. That couldn't have been more true. The second pitch that Thornton entered, the ball found him right away, and he makes a nice catch. What is the saying? That's not the saying.
Well, Kretzer not happy with that one as his bat is now broken after he breaks the handle off.
Brings up Danny Martinez, the second baseman. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. 1 out. Angelo at first, 6-1 Rush in the bottom of the fifth. Barros swirls home. Fastball on the outside corner is a strike, and Martinez is behind 0-2. Talking with Zach Novus, manager for the Rush before the game. Said he thinks everyone's kind of adjusting week in, starting to get in the groove of things, but it's a lot of early mornings. And at least personally for him, has been an adjustment. Starting to settle in, the 0-2. Flair right side coming in. Friedman will play it on a hop. And it's a base hit for Martinez. Aboard with for the second time today, and his first hit. It puts 2 aboard with 1 out and brings up the lefty Will Dalton.
Just dropped a little lawn dart right there into right field, allowing Daniel Martinez to reach easily.
The Bombers have a fresh arm getting loose in the pen. It's Dane Sparks, the righty. Dalton walked and scored back in the fourth. Swings at the first pitch he sees. Down the left field line, and running out of room is Wilson, the third baseman. Zach Novus said, though, his team is as a loose team with good energy, and even though the mornings can be early, they're enjoying being around each other. They're enjoying playing every day. And they're starting to really find the rhythm of the season now. The 0-1, look out, chopped right up the middle over the head of Barros and into center field. Racing around is Angelo. Oh, and the ball gets by Licari in center, and it's still rolling all the way to the warning track. 1 run, it is in. Coming around is Dalton. The throw is not going to even come in. It's a Little League home run for Will Dalton to clear the bases. Three-run score. Dalton, a hot shot off the bat, and he's rewarded with a trip all the way around the bases as Licari was trying to field it and bring it in quickly, and it rolled right under his glove and rolled all the way to the warning track, and he had a forever run to get it. Dalton scored standing up before the ball was even back in the infield. My goodness. So 3 come across, and just like that, it's 9-1. Nathan Cunningham takes a huge swing and miss at the first pitch he sees. So an air, a single, and then that'll go down as a single and an E8. A strike at the knees into Cunningham, 0-2. What a day for Cunningham. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles in a run. Had a nice start to the year. The 0-2 is fouled straight back. So another player Zach Novus mentioned has really shined early in the season. Said he put him down in the 10th spot today, but just wanted to get him a little more rest. He's been up at the top of the lineup for them, batting 3 or 4, and he's had a great start to the year. The 0-2 on the outside corner, and strike 3 called. That's 2 away. Back to the top of the order, and Colin McCormick, but it'll instead be a pinch hitter for the Rush. We'll see Will Anderson stride to the plate. Hunter Anderson, I should say. His first plate appearance, and he takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Base is empty, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th, 9-1 Rush. 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Barros kicks and delivers. It's popped up off the end of the bat, right side in foul territory, racing over his thorn in front of the Bombers' dugout, makes a nice running grab to retire the side. Nice play by Thornton, ends the inning, but 3 come across. An RBI single by Will Dalton, and then a ball that squirted underneath the glove of the center fielder, Joe Licari, brings all 3 runners in, and is the knockout blow seemingly for the Rush in the 5th inning. They lead 9-1 as we head to the 6th on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Top 6, Palm Springs Stadium. It's a 9-1 lead for the Rush over the Bombers. Derek Ball back on the bump after a 1-2-3 fifth. He looked really good, Cole, out of the bullpen. 4 good, solid innings from Tommy Mitchell, the lefty for the Rush. And then Derek Ball, an in-order 5th inning. Here's the first pitch from Ball. It's grounded right side. Over is the first baseman, House, to glove it and step on the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Reese Vassar grounds out, and it will bring up Bobby Irving, who's had a nice day. He's reached twice today. The lone single for the Bombers and walked back in the first. It's pretty impressive. Good pitching by the Rush. Tommy Mitchell, only 18 years old, fresh out of high school. Now Derek Ball, also fresh out of high school on the bump. 2 of the youngest guys in the league pitching well. First pitch from Ball misses inside, 1-0. Side steps and delivers on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Ball, the lanky righty out of Parker, Colorado. He went to Chaparral High School. Parker, Colorado, an outer ring suburb in Denver. The 1-1 catches the zone for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just graduated high school. Uncommitted at the moment. And showing off some good stuff here. The PSCL. The 1-2 is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's what it's all about. Guys come in here maybe in the transfer portal, uncommitted, looking to show off to coaches and scouts and find a good landing spot. 1-2 home. Grounded left side. Caden Dawson, the third baseman, is there. Long throw across the diamond in time. Good stretch by House. And there's 2 outs. They rush in front 9-1 in the top of the 6th. 2 outs and the base is empty. We'll bring up Joe Barros, who started in right field and is now pitching for the Bombers. It's really, I think, summer ball, Cole. It's even more useful these days with the transfer portal and the freedom of movement that players have. They can really use summer ball to springboard their next stop, their next location on their baseball journey, as Barros takes a first pitch strike.
I mean, we've seen guys like Austin Haller, who's now at Western Kentucky, use the summer league to springboard himself.
1 catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-2. Ball working quickly at the belt, looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Long look in now. Side steps, big kick, and a fire. Inside 1-2, and such a big fire that his hat falls off his head and out onto the dark brown dirt of the mound. Slots it back over brown hair. Put a little extra on that, 83 on the gun. Shakes off his side. Now sees one he likes. And the 1-2. It's a fastball again, this time low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. New ruling by the NCAA. It was just about a month ago. But allowing players to freely transfer as many times as they would like without penalty. Ultimate freedom now for players. The 2-2. Breaking ball is high and a full count to Barros. So that's at the NCAA level, D1, D2, D3. I have a lot of D2 and D3 players here in the PSCL, even a couple D1. And a lot of JUCO guys as well who know going into the NCAA they have that freedom. Here's the payoff home. Swing and a miss. Fastball inside. Ball's hyped up, throwing his arms in the air. He's retired all 6 batters he's faced. Head to the bottom of the 6th, 9-1 rush on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Bottom 6. It's all Rush. Game number 2, stadium finale here from Palm Springs Stadium. 9-1 lead for the Rush over the Bombers. Excellent pitching by 2 recent high school graduates for the Rush. Tommy Mitchell and Derek Ball have combined for 6 excellent innings. 1 run, 1 hit ball, and the Rush offense has done more than enough. They've scored in every inning they've come to at bat today with a 3-run 5th inning knockout punch. They're going to face the 3rd pitcher they've seen of the day for the Bombers, as the righty Dane Sparks out of Muskegum University takes the bump. 5'9", 175 righty. Kicks and delivers. It's lined left side and through, base hits. Bounces on the edge of the left field grass. Line drive knock for Alex Cerna, who's off the bench. Zach Novus making some changes. Alan Cerna on with the base hit. He'll get pinch run for. And he'll bring up another pinch hitter. Santiago Duarte will dig in, righty batter. Throw back to first. The new courtesy runner dives back in safely, Christian Angela. Another throw back to first. Good one, too. And Dawson lying in a cloud of dust as he slowly gets back up. Had to dive head first back into the bag to avoid being thrown out. 1 on, nobody out. And the pitch home to Duarte inside. Oh, look out. It hit off his shoulder, close to the head. And he's a little shaken up. Hands on his knees for a second. Probably more shock than anything. That was so close to his head. And now he slowly will jog down to first. The pinch hitter parade will continue. That's now Derek Ball, who has pitched the last 2 innings, will come hit. Two shutout innings on the mound. We'll see what he does with the bat. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it right side and foul. Two on and 2 out. Or nobody out, I should say. The 0-1 home is a slider on the outside corner for a strike. 0-2. Nine runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Rush. 1 run on 1 hit, 3 errors for the Bombers. 0-2 home is inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ball. It's looked excellent on the mound. Back-to-back perfect innings, and the Rush bullpen is quiet. Looks like he might try to go 3 perfect to close out the ball game. 1-2 outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They finished up on the backfield. The Coyotes have taken down MLB-DC China. This is the final game of day number 6 of the PSCL. We are completing the first week of the Power Summer Collegiate League. And boy, has it been a fun week of baseball. 2-2. Runners go. It's popped up off the end of the bat. This could be trouble, and shallow right over the head of the second baseman Vassar. The throw down to third is late as the runner had to scramble, started scrambling back to second, then had to go to third when he realized it would drop, and the bases are loaded. The pinch hit parade will continue for the Rush. May as well throw out the lineup card at this point, as Soli Wenner, outfielder, will dig in. Bases loaded, nobody out. Loop base hit. That's the way things have gone today for the Rush, and that's the way things have gone for the Bombers this first week of the season, as they're sliding towards 0-6 to start the year. First pitch home to Wenner is in there for a strike. Righty batter off the bench, his first plate appearance of the day, pinch hitting for Quadros. A 1 home is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 9-1 Rush lead. Bases juice. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. Completing the first week of the PSCL. Week 2 starts tomorrow. Another full day action. The 1-1 is flared into right. This could be trouble. In is Friedman. He does make the catch. Tagging from third is the Rush runner. He's out by a mile. Excellent throw from Friedman in right. 1 away. 2 away make it. The catch and then the throw out at the plate. Just like that, a double play. And Dame Sparks approves, raising his glove towards Friedman out and right. An excellent throw on the money from shallow right field. Can't ask for a better throw than that. So 2 away. Now runners at first and second. Still 9-1 Rush. And the first pitch swung on by Christian Angelo is popped up high into the sky and right. In is Friedman under the baseball, and he makes the catch to retire the side. What a nice inning by the right fielder, responsible for all 3 runs, and the Bombers escape a bases-loaded jam without giving up a run. We head to the top of the 7th. Last gasp for the Bombers. 9-1 Rush lead on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Last chance for the Bombers in the top of the 7th. Will face a new pitcher in the southpaw, Will Anderson, on the bump to try to close out the game for Zach Novus and the Rush. Former California post-grad player under Zach Novus, making his 2nd outing of the season. He pitched 1 inning last week against the Haymakers. Allowed 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, no runs. First pitch home to the pinch hitter, Harry Kolick, is fouled straight back. Kolick pitch hitting here for Charlie Wooten at the first base spot in the cleanup spot in the order. Anderson is a lefty, 5'11", 170 on the bump. Swing and a miss by Kolick on a pitch down at the knees. It's just 57 miles per hour. He struck out the side in his first appearance. There's a lot of movement on these pitches. The 0-2 swung on and missed in the dirt, picked up by the catcher Quadros. He throws down to first, 1 away. I mean, none of those 3 pitches got even to 60, but they had so much dipping and darting and were at a velocity that these hitters aren't used to seeing, and Kolick was made to look pretty silly. The Rush pitching has been excellent. That is 11 in a row straight retired. The first pitch by Joe Thornton is fouled straight back. The extra hitter today walked and scored the only run for the Bombers in the 2nd. They have just 1 run on 1 hit and have scored 1 run now in the last 13 innings. The 0-1 is popped up into left. Coming in is Dalton. He's underneath it and makes the catch just like that, 2 away. 2 quick outs for Anderson out of the pen.
Anderson making it look really simple there for the first 2 outs. I mean, just showing that you do not need speed to be effective in the game of baseball, and as long as you can place your pitches well, then you can do great things in this sport. Now, Caden Egg-Braden, there the Bombers' last out.
0-for-1 with a walk. First pitch from Anderson. In for a strike at 58 miles per hour. Anderson peering over at the sign from Quadras. Delivers from the side. It's lined right at the shortstop. McCormick, he bobbles it and drops it. And we'll play a little more baseball today. Wasn't ready to get off the diamond yet. E6, Egg-Braden's aboard at first. And it brings up Joe Licari.
I mean,
first Bomber to reach base since the 3rd inning. All the way here in the 7th. First pitch home to the righty is in for a strike. Was I wrong, Cole?
No, I'm just shaking my head. That was going to be an error-free game for the Russian.
They had played very cleanly as Licari takes inside 1-1. The pitch home. Chopped off the end of the bat. Slow roller, tough play, racing in McCormick. The shortstop, it rolls under his glove and into left field. You know, that last out is the hardest in life. The last strikeout, the last out, the last deal, the last signature to seal the deal, and this last out, the 21st out,
very
the 7th inning
one.
ball game is, yes, you're quite right. You stole the word right out of my mouth. Evasive, elusive. Licari reaches on the E6. He's at first. Egg-Braden at second. And now Daniel Jenkins will get one more at bat. He's shown a walk in the 2nd and struck out in the 5th. Ready batter facing the lefty pitcher. 2-on-2 out, top 7. 9-1 rush. They're just an out away. The first pitch home is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Well, we got a full day of action again tomorrow on Wednesday to kick off week 2 of the PSCL. The Bootleggers and the A's kick off the action on the PSCL Broadcast Network at 9 o'clock. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2, and the Rusher a strike away. Game 2 will be these Rush against the Blue Sox. That's going to be a really good matchup at 11:30, the second game on the stadium. Looking forward to that one. Here's the 0-2. It's low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. On the backfield, MLB DC China will open up against the Bombers. Someone will get a win. Those are the 2 winless teams in the league. And then game 2 will be the Colonials against the undefeated Lumberjacks. The 1-2 is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Coyotes and Haymakers will be off tomorrow. Deuce is wild. 2-on-2 out and a 2-2 counts. Pitch home from Anderson. Popped up, right side. 3 blue jerseys will converge. Who wants it? Racing over, and it drops. It's a fair ball. 1 run will score. Staying at first is Jenkins, a bloop single. I don't believe anyone touched it, so it's going to be a hit. House, Martinez, and Bautista all converged in that Bermuda triangle down the right field line, and no one could get a glove on it. Just the second hit of the game for the Bombers scores a run. Egg-Braden and Brown to score. Licari at third, and here's the first pitch to Friedman. Popped up into right. Late break for Bautista, racing over. It falls in front of him. He trips, and gosh, everyone's tripping now. Over to third goes Jenkins. Friedman stumbled coming around, but stays at first. And all of a sudden, the Bombers, given a second life, are starting to hit here. They've scored twice to cut the lead to 6. Jenkins at third, Friedman at first. RBI single for Friedman. And it brings up Michael Carlin. The first pitch home to the righty is a strike at the... No, it's a ball. Check it, just low. 1-0. Carlin struck out looking his first time up. The 1-0 cut on and missed. 1-1, way ahead of that pitch at 64 miles per hour. 2 errors, and now back-to-back singles for the Bombers have played at 2, trying to build some momentum into tomorrow's matchup. The 1-1 is a check swing off the end of the bat. Rolls to third, picked up by Dawson. Throw across the diamond is in time, and there it is, a Rush victory. Took a couple more minutes than the Rush would have liked, but they closed it out with Will Anderson ending it on the mound, and the Rush continue their strong start to the season and move to 4-2. Strong performance by the Rush this afternoon, Cole. Really offensively were patient at the plate early. They scored in the first 5 innings and got a stellar pitching performance from 2 young arms in Tommy Mitchell and Derek Ball.
Yeah, great job by both of them. Mitchell, 4 innings of work, 3 strikeouts. The only thing being snake bitten by is the walks. Gave up 6 of them. Allowed just 1 run. Ball, 2 innings of work, 3 Ks. And Anderson out of the bullpen to close it out. Got tabbed with 2 unearned runs, but did good even with the slower than average speed, but really good control helped the Rush out of the pen there.
So the final score today, the Rush, 9 runs. Bombers, 3 runs. Final totals, 9 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Rush. 3 runs, 2 hits. 3 errors for the Rush. The Rush scored in the first 5 innings, really put things away with a 3-run 5th, 1 run in the 2nd for the Bombers. They added 2 more in the 7th. Bombers fall to 0-6. The Rush improved to 4-2 and moved to just 2 games back of first place and the undefeated Lumberjacks. More baseball tomorrow. We mentioned the slates. It's going to be a good one as the EJ and EJ Sanchez, Steven Buxton will have the call. The ball games tomorrow again. The Bootleggers suffered just their first loss of the season. Will face the A's, who just won earlier today, a nice victory. That game will be 9 o'clock on the stadium here on the PSCL Broadcast Network. Game 2 will be these Rush, who have moved to 4-2, playing the Blue Sox, who've had a great start to the season, 4-1. They'll be coming off a day off. Cole, it's been a fun one. Thanks for joining me on this Tuesday morning.
It's been definitely a fun one. We got 2 good games of baseball and 2 very differently played games of baseball.
A lot of offense, a lot of action, no doubt, and expecting more of that tomorrow. Another beautiful day in Palm Springs. Final score again, the Rush 9, the Bombers 3. So long from Palm Springs Stadium. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.